Okay, so
How you doing?
B Money,
D channel.
B Channel.
D channel.
Okay, so what we're going to do is talk about relationships
Relationship.
and dating in 2013.
And basically get other people's opinions on our perspectives as well.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit you real quick.
All right.
I went on a date.
All right.
I saved it for this moment.
Explain.
So I go on a date with another. And
Use your imagination. It's not one of these.
And okay, so I knew him because we used to work together back in the day.
All right.
Okay, so I had my profile on another of many, and so we went out
Where'd y'all go?
to get yogurt.
Hey yo. How was it?
Shout out to Yo Lickety Long Pond, holla.
How was it? What happened on this? What transpired? I need to know.
Okay, so it was okay.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And then we got yogurt. And then we came back here and hung out.
Question real quick. Do you like these kinds? She likes these kinds.
No, I really don't. I'm just trying something different.
But it's okay, that's fine. What happens after the date? What happened after the date?
Nothing.
How was the yogurt?
The yogurt was really good.
Okay.
The yogurt was really good.
And you met this person on your...
No, I knew of him. Like, I had knew him before.
Okay.
Ready for the drawbacks?
Yeah.
Okay. He is older.
How much is older?
46.
Oh.
No, oh my gosh, he's 43.
Oh, that don't make it no better. Like 3 years make a difference.
It does make a difference. He's 43.
No, 43.
Correction. He's 43. Okay.
Okay.
And so when I met him, when I knew him years ago, he didn't his hair was fuller.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's got the receding hairline thing going on. I know. So I was like,
which means he's probably, even if y'all was to get serious,
he'd be losing hair next year.
And besides that, y'all probably end up having a Down syndrome baby.
Why?
Because for as men increase their age, their sperms are not as productive.
Okay. FYI, side note, Brad knows random, unnecessary facts, and sometimes
there you go.
They are very inaccurate because Brad, we're still teaching Brad geography. So
geography is not my strong point. I challenge many out there to know all the capitals of all the states out there. Who knows that?
Brad can't even read a map though. So anyways, all right. So yeah, so that was oh my gosh. So it's his hair. Right.
I feel like that was a staring point. You know when the conversation get awkward and you gotta stare somewhere because the eye contact is funny. So you stare.
And we all know I have ADD, so I'm pretty sure a couple of times I was just but I really pointed it out though. I said it's not bad. It's not. I'm
y'all talked about. Y'all talked about his hairline? Oh gosh. And then now. So
I was it's not that bad. I'm and he was yeah, my barber thinks that it's probably. So he thinks that it's probably done. He's probably done. Okay.
Why he don't want to just shave it off and get a baldy?
No, because I don't think he would look good bald.
So he looks good. He looks better with the receding hairline.
Yeah, pretty much. Look, don't add extra. Don't do that. Okay. So, anyways, I keep doing this because I'm like fat right now.
You're good.
So, other flaw. He lives at home with.
Let it go. Let it go. He's 46.
43.
43. No hairline. Still live. He's a scrub.
Okay, but let me explain to you. So he said that they live upstairs and he lives downstairs. So, in my defense, and as trying to be open-minded, I was like, oh, okay, cool. But then he tells me this story, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you are like such. I don't want to say loser, but. So, he's like, yeah, I was laying on the couch, and I pulled a muscle in my neck. And I'm like, well, how'd you pull a muscle in your neck? First, I threw out the joke of, oh, your bones are brittle, and that's why they like.
Right, definitely. He's on his way.
Right. So I threw out that joke or whatever, and it was like, haha, funny, funny. So I'm like, well, how'd you do it? And he's like, well, because my mom called me and told me my food was ready.
And she's cooking for him too. Yo, that's fucked up because his mom gotta be at least 70. His mom gotta be, at least 60 something, and he still got her cooking. This bitch is about to sprain her ankle herself, and he still got her cooking. That's fucked up.
I know. So, whatever. So, anyways, long story short, it's just not working.
No, I don't.
I tried it, and let me tell you something. Like, when we first reconnected, like, we talked every day, like, nonstop, like, all day throughout the day.
Yeah.
But then after the yogurt, I was just like,
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I don't see it being productive. I mean,
it's not productive. And you know what? And I'm like, okay, you're 43. You've never been married. You have no kids. Something's wrong with you.
Something's going on, right?
So.
Did he say he was close to having kids?
He's only had one pregnancy scare. But then he also explained to me that he has never went out of his way and hit on a girl. Like, he's never picked up a girl.
So he's probably just, like, really socially awkward.
Probably. Because he said, like, back then, like, he always wanted to, like, try to talk to me, but he didn't know how, so, like, whatever. But for me, it's like, okay, first of all, I can't talk to you because I need someone a little bit more aggressive. And if you've never talked to a girl, then it's kind of like, and you're like 43, and it's like, ooh, like, okay, where are we going? So, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so anyways, this is my relationship status. I'm single, and I have been single for, let's say, about a good 7 years. 7 months. Ooh, 7 years. That's like sad. 7 months. And I am on every dating profile.
Get it.
Every dating website there is, I have a profile, and I have tried it. So, you name it, I'm on it.
So she got it.
Right.
You need the scoop.
So I have tried, and I'm like but now I have 18 days left of one website, and then I'm just gonna take my profile off all of them and just be done.
I think, from my personal experience and knowing you, I think that you don't need to be on no dating profiles. I feel like you can just be out there and again. I feel like my interpretation of dating profiles and hooking up via internet is for people who are not sociable, who are not personable, and who have no kind of display of social etiquette.
I have no social ability. I don't like people.
That's fine.
Right. So for me, dating on a website or trying to date on a website is I can pick and choose and be like, okay, we can talk for a little bit, and then I can be like, all right, you're obnoxious, so I don't want to talk to you anymore.
But you could do that in person.
No, you can't. Because the moment you, like, approach me, first of all, you're like, oh, can I get your number? And I'm like, oh, I don't want anyone to have my number. Because
Then you
your
ask.
baby mom will call me.
All right, all right.
Your baby mom will call me because she'll find the number in her pocket and be in your pocket and be like, "Who is this bitch?" And then what am I supposed to say? Oh, I just met him.
No, see that's
then you're
why.
gonna say, "Oh, well, what? Get his number?"
Yes.
No,
That's why
because if I don't like people, I'm not gonna call you either.
That's fine. That's fine. So if someone approaches you and asks you for your number and you don't like them from jump, then you'd be like, nah, let me take your number. I'll call you when I'm feeling some type of way. So then if you're not feeling them, then you don't ever gotta call them. But then if he's even left in the back of your head at some point in the day, then you have the freedom to call.
Yeah, but I would never call them.
Why? Too shy?
Yeah.
So then that sounds like a pride issue?
Oh, no, it's not even too shy. It's more like I would feel like there's no chase because now I'm giving you the upper hand because I called you and I'm interested in you.
Right, but see now by you calling, you have given him the upper hand because now
right, and we don't do that. We don't do that. Dominique has to have the upper hand.
Right, but I mean like you want to be chased, right? So then you gotta give someone the upper hand. You can't always have the upper hand and want to be chased. I mean,
no, I feel like the person who's being chased,
right,
has the upper hand. The person who's chasing has nothing because they have to get that person.
Okay. So you want to be chased.
I want to be chased, but I'm very selective.
Want the upper hand.
Right, and I'm very selective in who I get my number out to. And by the way, I work like all the time, so I never go out.
I feel like you can still meet a successful young man and he doesn't gotta be this and that, and y'all don't gotta worry about all this and that. It all depends on where you go, how you looking for him, and how you approach the situation.
Yeah, but how many guys have I met out in public? 0.
But then
how many guys have I met out in public? 0. I've gone on 3.
So then, let me just ask people this. Do y'all think some girls act a certain way? Not saying you. Some girls act a certain way that put off guys from approaching.
Oh no, I've gotten this along for the longest time that I look mean, so nobody wants to.
So then are you looking mean? So then people scared to approach you because then it's gonna be automatic shutdown.
Okay, so what am I supposed to do? Walk around in public like
no, no. What I'm saying, because there's subtle hints even before a conversation sparks. So if a guy looking at you and he trying to give you the eye, you just mean mugging like, oh, I'm not gonna give you no.
That's not. But that's not what I do. Though. That's not what I do though.
But if a guy trying to give you an eye, you bash your eyes, maybe open a little bit. Then you're good.
Okay, so you mean to tell me if I'm walking through the mall and a guy gives me a look, I'm supposed to be like...
I didn't say do all that. But we'll watch.
Okay, go ahead.
No, see now, if a guy gives you an eye, he looking...
What is the eye, though? What is the eye that a guy gives you when he wants to talk to you?
Y'all know...
When y'all walking by.
Everyone know when they done got an eye. Even if you don't know, you think you done got an eye. Because it's just like... That person, like, I don't know, it's something y'all like. Y'all make eye contact, and it's like, oh, okay. So you know, right? Yes. So then, if you sitting there, if you don't get that look, and you still mean mugging, that's like, oh. But now, if you do the little double take, then he know to approach you.
All right. So okay, you're walking in the mall and you see a girl that you're like, you want to like get to know. Right. What do you do? What's the look?
All right, I can't do it on the spot.
What's the look? Show the camera.
If I'm walking by a girl, if I'm in the mall and I see a girl that's attractive or whatever, hold on, I gotta do it from this angle. That's my good eye. That's my good eye.
Okay.
And I'm seeing her like, give her a little something, so that she know, a little smile, maybe not even a little smile, maybe like, what's the word? Make the eyes a little smaller.
Okay, all right. I give you that, but let me explain something to you as well. There are guys who do that. Mm-hmm. But then don't do anything behind it. So then it's like, okay, that was dumb. So whatever. And then there are guys who are like old and creepy and who do it all the time, and you just be like, and you always like,
so they do it too much. Stay away from.
They do it too much, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to make any eye contact with anyone because I don't want I don't know.
You
And
don't
plus,
get the wrong person to approach.
right, because and then and the other thing about it too is like when a guy approaches you and you say, yes, you can have my number, you are bringing all of what they got going on at home into your space.
Right.
Because if a guy says, because I try not to be like this, but I do it. If a guy says, oh, can I get your number? I'm like, I do like 20 questions, like right off the bat. You got any kids? How old are you? Who you live with? Like, I really do. I really do, because of the simple fact that I want to know what you got going on here that you about to be bringing it over here.
Is that intimidating though?
Well, you think that's intimidating?
So if you came up to me and asked me for my number, and I was like, where you stay at? How many kids you got? Who was your last relationship? That's not intimidating, because like,
no, I don't think of it as
I'm just asking for the number. I didn't want like to sit down and be interrogated.
But you want to know what that person has going on.
Right, definitely.
So if I'm okay, I look at it like this. If I'm asking you those questions, that means there's a chance that I want to give you my number.
Right, but do other people read that?
But that's not my issue.
That's not your issue.
If you trying to talk to me, then it's like, okay, that's a chance that you're going to take.
Right.
So for me, it's like, I need to play 21 questions with you right now before I give you my number.
Right.
So if I say you have kids, how old are you? If you're 17, you don't need my number. If you have kids.
I see, what you're saying is reasonable.
Okay.
What you're saying is reasonable. The only perspective I'm looking at is people already sticking their neck out on the line to come up to you and ask you for your number. So they come up to you and they're already under pressure asking you for your number, and then you go ahead and put them in the spotlight and ask them. I would feel like, oh shit, like I don't know what's going on, like she pressing me right now. But then see, now I understand where you're coming from, because you definitely need to know what's going on and what you about to bring into your life the same way too.
Right, exactly. Because if I say, okay, I give this person my number, and they call me and it's like, oh, I got this going on, I got like 3 kids, 3 baby moms, and I don't work.
So then what's the alternative way? What's an alternative way to handle that? If a dude come up to you and ask you for your number, you can't be like, well, let's sit down and talk first. That sounds corny though, right?
Yo, if a dude came up to me, like, let's be honest, like I had this vision when I was sleeping the other night. Mm-hmm. But I was like, yo, if a dude came up to me and we in the mall and he's like, yo, can I holler at you for a second, and like pull me aside and was like, yo, can we sit and chit chat for a little bit? I would give him my number and no, not my address. But I would give him my number without a doubt. But just be walking by each other and be like, yo, can I get your number? Like, that's not reasonable.
No, that's not reasonable, and I don't think.
But if a dude said, yo, let me pull you aside, and we went and sat on a bench and he was just like, I would be like, yo, you can have my number. Even if you ugly, you can still have my number, because your whole approach was just so on point that I can't even deny you.
Right, so then that's what you're looking for.
Right, and how many dudes do that? None.
I would say there's a select few. I wouldn't say none. There's a select few.
Where?
Maybe not. Maybe not in Rochester, but it's a select few. I don't know. It all depends. It all depends on the approach.
So, I'm single. Kind of ready to mingle. Brad is Brad.
There we go.
Brad's about to be a daddy. Yay!
First one.
Brad. Oh, sorry. B Money. B Money
child.
is about to be a daddy to a little girl.
Lord, my dilemma is now that I got my baby mama right there, whatever. But I want this other little thing I've been telling her about, and she trying to convince me not to pursue that. I don't know.
Okay. Because you have a baby on the way. And you have a baby mom.
Okay.
Who lives with you? So, Brad is that B Money, is that male who is trying to holler at a girl, but you got a whole situation going on at home.
But even if, people need to know how to separate their lives. I have a professional life, I have a business life, I have a home life, I have a night life, I have a friendship life. I keep my life separated. And I think everyone should. That's the only way to be successful.
Okay, so are you messing with this girl to be in a relationship with her? Or are you messing with her off the pure lust of the situation?
It would be something that's, I don't want to call it lust because lust is bad, but it'd be something that we can mess around, hopefully.
Okay. So then, okay, but let's be real about this situation while you're talking about separate compartments of your life, okay? Right. Is your baby mom gonna look at it like, oh, y'all just messing around and it is what it is?
Who says she would know?
This camera.
Who says she would know?
Okay, let's say she wouldn't know.
Right. Then I'll be free to do what I want. Just like I don't dive into anyone's shit. I don't dive into her stuff. What she do is what she do. If I find out, then it's going to be a problem, of course. But I don't dive. I don't pry. And I feel like... Go ahead, because your face is saying something.
I'm sorry, because Brad is like captain of stereotype of double standard. She can't do nothing. She can't talk to nobody. She can't even say hi to somebody, because when she says hi to somebody, in Brad's eyes, that is flirting. Like, you know, hey, how you doing? Bitch, you flirting. Like,
listen. If I'm walking with my girl in the mall and some niggas come by and like, yo,
no,
what's good
that's
with you?
not
How
what
you
we
doing?
talked about.
How you doing? And then she be like, oh, I'm good. That's flirting.
Oh my gosh, it is not flirting.
If a random ass nigga come up to you and be like, yo, what's good? How you doing?
That's not flirting.
That's flirting.
No.
And she responds,
if I say, oh, I'm good, how are you? And keep it moving, that's not flirting.
Why would y'all have need to speak then?
Because maybe she know him.
No, I'm talking about a random dude. Y'all don't know each other.
But but you're not there though. And you said if you're not there and she still says hi, that's flirting.
Yeah.
No, it is not.
Why?
It's being polite.
No, it's polite.
It is.
This is 2013. Niggas is not polite anymore. They're trying to get into your pants. Politely trying to get in your pants. That's what it is.
Obviously, I'm single. No, that's not flirting. Now, if he comes up to her and says, yo, what's good, how you doing? And they like have this whole conversation, then she's leaving the door open. But if I'm walking by in the mall and the dude says to me, yo, hey, what's going on, how you doing? And I say, I'm good, and I keep walking, that's being polite. That's not flirting.
You're engaging in flirtation.
No, that's
because
not.
Why would he have needed to say anything to you in the first place? If y'all don't know each other, if y'all have no common mutual relationship at all, what do you need to speak
Oh my gosh, we just had dinner, and the guy sitting next to you said, hey, how you doing? And I said,
guy?
Yes, he did. With his girlfriend there, you're right. And he said, hi, how you doing? And I said, I'm good, how are you?
How did y'all end up speaking? He must have been looking at you in your face.
Right, and exactly.
All right, so then why is he staring at you in your face while his wife is sitting
I don't know,
there?
but that's not my personal issue. Which means he must have been
kind of attracted to you.
Yo, that's not my personal issue. That has nothing to do with me. I just responded and said hello for politeness.
So you were flirting back with him?
No, I was not. Yes, and he was like mad old, and I was not flirting.
That don't matter. He
obviously not, because I did go on a date with a 43-year-old. Anyways,
right.
That's a whole nother topic for another day.
Oh my gosh.
That is not flirting.
So, ladies, if y'all hugged up with y'all men, and a bitch walk by and be like, "What's good? How you doing?" and he be like, "Oh, I'm chilling. How are you?" You not gonna feel no type of way?
I won't.
You wouldn't?
No.
You serious? Even if it was a bad bitch that walked by?
No, because if a girl walks by and my man says, "Hey, how you doing?" then we gonna have a "Hey, how you doing?" conversation. We get high.
Right.
That's it. That's different.
Right.
But if it's somebody that he knows or he's known in the past, and some girl walks by and she's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I don't care about that. But if it's some random girl because she cute.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Because she cute, right? And you just decided to take it upon yourself when you won't say two shits any other time.
That's what I'm talking about.
To say, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" then that's different.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's different.
Okay.
But as a female just walking by and you just randomly say, "Hi, how you doing?"
A female that you know. That's
right. Then I don't mind that.
That's not flirting. And if y'all have common grounds, that's not flirting.
But we're talking about you
Right.
And her not being able to say hello, and you want to go mess with somebody else.
Listen, just because I want to mess with somebody else doesn't mean I am going to.
Okay,
mess
so
with
then
somebody
So
else.
what is you saying then? We don't have to talk about it then because you already
I
said
guess.
okay.
I guess.
She was okay. It wasn't
She
she's
a little brown skin.
she's not like ooh, but she's all right.
I like it.
I guess. So Brad is not single. Brad is in a relationship and with a baby on the way.
Right. Do we have to put all of that out there?
Oh, this Brad gonna be trying to get girls on the side, but he's not. He's. Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that.
We'll leave it at
We'll leave it at that. And
there we go.
Yeah. So this will be our daily conversation.
Topic train. We can't use topic train.
What?
Topic train.
Topic train.
I was gonna say topic train.
This will be our daily conversation, our weekly conversations of what's going on in our lives, and then it'll be annoyance of the week. What was your annoyance of the week?
What didn't annoy you? How about that? How about that?
What was the number one thing that annoyed you this week?
I would just gotta say people attitudes, cause like
you have to be specific. It cannot be generalized. My annoyance of the week was hit it.
What was okay? So you go first. What was your annoyance of the week?
Okay, what was my annoyance of the week? I don't know. I gotta think about it.
It's hard because, like I said, what doesn't.
My annoyance of the week. Let's just say I'll just pull one out there. I mean, there's a lot of things that annoy me because I don't like people, but my annoyance of the week was, I want it to be a good one so I can really address this.
Right.
My annoyance of the week is so this dude, okay, I talked to him online and I was like, oh, whatever, I don't want to give out my number, and he's like, oh, well, we can talk, on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, I don't really like to give out my number like that because I need to ask you basic questions before I. And he was like, no. He's like, okay. So I'm like, well, he doesn't live anywhere around here. So I was like, all right, well, fine. I'll just give him my number. So I give him my number, and he's like, yeah, we could just ask each other questions off top or whatever to get to know each other. And I was like, okay. So I give him my number. And he texts me, and he's like, oh, hey, how you doing? And I was like, oh, okay, I'm good, whatever. Da-da. And then, I was at work. So this was this morning. Mm-hmm. So then, 5 in the morning, he texts me again, and he's like, something. I don't remember what the text was. Anyways, so I was like, oh, what you doing up? And he's like, well, I'm taking care of my daughter. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he responded back, send me some pictures. Why would I send you some pictures if we have never even had conversations, talked about anything, whatever. He said, send me some pictures. My annoyance of the week. Nah, I'm pretty sure that wasn't the top one, but that one just annoyed me today.
That seems pretty.
Right,
how old are these people?
He's 27. No, he's 28.
That sounds like some high school stuff to me.
Right, but why would I send you pictures? We've never had a conversation. I'm gonna send you pictures of what? You saw my pictures online when you saw me. So why would I send you pictures?
Right, and y'all barely even know each other.
Right. So what do I look like sending you pictures? First of all, you even you got my number because that was just that was just something that was just totally against everything I believe. But I was like, you know what? It's all right. But now you want to ask me for some pictures. Then you want to send me another message asking me for pictures because I ignored your first message.
Oh, gosh. I hate the repeat messages. I hate them. If someone be like, yo, what's up? And you don't say nothing because you don't want to talk to that person. And they keep sending that same message. Get the picture. Don't nobody want to talk to you. Leave it alone.
Yes. So that was my annoyance of today. That just that reminded me because I was like, yeah.
That's garbage.
Right, and now he'll pretty much send me a text message in about another hour or two, give it an hour or so, and he'll be like, yo, where are my pictures? And I'm
like
gonna
they do at a
say,
scheduled time.
like, dude, it's over. It's a wrap. Like, you were tall, and I was giving you time of day because you was tall and, you know, whatever, but it's over.
All right, hold on. I just got a question.
Yes.
I want to know what people think what's their definition of shallow. So now, if you only date a certain type of female or a guy based on their height, is that shallow?
That's not shallow.
That's not shallow?
No.
Why?
Because it's a preference. You're not gonna date somebody. You're gonna date somebody who you're attracted to. And am I physically attracted to short guys? There are some short guys. I have primarily dated short guys, but every now and then I have a preference for taller guys.
Okay.
That's all. That's not shallow.
I just wanted to know.
Okay.
I just wanted to know.
What's your annoyance of the day?
My annoyance of the day, I still haven't decided. It's so much stuff that bothers me. Work, people, life in general. But that's neither here nor there.
You have to have an annoyance of the day, of the week. You have a whole week where you interact with people. There is something that just irks your nerves.
But like I said, I don't want to bring my work life into it because I can't give the whole detail about
Okay, well, you have to give something.
Let's see.
You have to give something.
I don't talk to people. I don't have no one to be annoyed at because I don't talk to people.
Right. Hence me. I'm lucky if I get a text message.
Whatever. She's been on some new stuff lately where she only hit me up like once.
Because I work 2 jobs, okay? And Brad decided to take it upon himself and be like, oh, I can work 2 jobs, which is fine. Get that money. Right. It's not a competition. No, Brad feels like it's a competition, but it's not a competition. Because I've been doing this for a year.
I've been doing it for too long.
What? Working 2 jobs?
Yeah, I've been working 2 jobs since I was 22.
Okay, so why is it a competition? So because I started working 2 jobs, why did you feel the need?
Because I finally met someone that's in my category, that's actually like around my age and actually making the same kind of money I'm making. So I can't fall below you because then that means you're winning. I'm not. So as long as we're in the same kind of bracket, then we're good.
Way to be friends.
It's a motivational factor.
Okay, all right. I look at it that way. I don't look at it that way. Like, you make your money and that's your home business because you have your own household to tend to. I make my money because that's what I need to do for myself. I don't look at it like, oh, Brad making mad money, so I need to go make money because Brad's making money.
My goal is not to strive just for what makes me happy. My goal is to strive to be better than the rest.
No, you didn't.
I'm so serious.
Okay, I have a quote that I'm pretty sure is, life is not a competition. Your journey is... I don't even
Get that shit out of here. Get it out.
I don't even remember it, but it's on my Twitter though.
I'm not even trying to hear that.
That's what it is.
I'm not even trying to hear that.
But yeah, so every week, I know I'm like, oh, my alarm's going off. It's almost time for work. Holler.
Oh wow.
So every week we will do this, and you can feel free to give us feedback.
That's what we need. Because I'll be confused on some stuff, as y'all can see.
Brad is a little slow. I'm just obnoxious.
There you go. So obnoxious.
So it is what it is. And we will do this again next week. Good job.